All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready. Blue ready. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Come on, come on, come on.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
He's not going to get me.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Winston now finding Godwin complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ready.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Winston. Complete to Bryant. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Ready. Black, we did that. 44. Back the pass. Check 24, check 24. Johnny! Where's that? Let's go.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
At the 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
I got one.
And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. This is Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Cut, cut, cut.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And it's 3rd down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Hey, stop. Wait. Let me go. Defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Let me go.
Now Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Ready? Track 25 behind. Hey, tight. Let me go.
On 3rd down, Winston. Yeah, that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run with Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up.
Following the interception, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack on 1st down, Winston. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready. Black 25. It's going to be a long day.
3rd and long for Winston. And he finds Howard complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jannard Avery, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check. Watch 54.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! He returns the punt 60 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go. Pull right in. Check, 59. Hey, let's get some pace. Go. Get out there. Mike's 59.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get in the weight room. Switch today. Mike, check. 59.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to go, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give them 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
10th carry now for Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Get ready, get ready.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff working right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw is Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's get this. Double tight, guys, double tight.
Jameis now on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check 31. Check. Wait.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Jameis to throw it. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, it's Winston. That's caught by Howard. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Complete to O.J. Howard. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To the air again with Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's now 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 1 set. Check. Under. Mike, 54. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Prescott from the gun. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Here we go. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. We're going to 54. Right here.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And some space here. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. That good for 22 and a first down. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Throwing, Winston. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Now a handoff here to his running back. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. In for the score as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Go, get out there, get out there.
They go to Elliott again. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go. Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, 46. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Switch it, hey. Go. Go. Right there. 54, right there.
Prescott from the gun on third. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. $12 yards on the return that time, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Yeah, he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Jaguars.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Dillon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Bucks on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, Dillon. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Let's get off the field. Right there. 54. 54.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That second down play nets a -4.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Get out there, get out there. Come on here, come get some. He don't want it.
Here's Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Under. 65. 26.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Going with Armstead, a first down carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw it. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Mike's by 4. Let him know. Let him know. 26.
First down, here's White. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Prescott. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
And they take a knee.
Winston on the keeper.
Ready. Back, 25, behind. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, I'm coming, I'm coming.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Winston on the keeper.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
That's what I do.
And they will take a knee here.
Winston on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.